The Tallyman. In the quiet coastal town of Grey Harbour, a grim ritual had begun. Each month, a body appeared in the town square, always at dawn, always dismembered with brutal precision. The remains were left arranged in strange patterns, as if they held meaning only the killer understood. The townspeople called the murderer the Tallyman, because of the marks carved into the victims, flesh tallies etched deep into their skin, each set of 5 more numerous than the last. The growing count spread terror through the town, as if the killer were building towards something horrific. Detective Mara Cole had been assigned to the case for 6 months, and the weight of failure gnawed at her. Each victim had lived an unremarkable life: shopkeepers, fishermen, retirees. There was no clear pattern, no motive she could see. Only the tallies remained constant, taunting her. One rainy night, Mara sat alone in her dimly lit office, poring over photographs of the crime scenes. She traced the tallies with her finger, her mind racing. Then, it struck her. The marks weren't random. They matched the population records of Grey Harbour, 1 tally for every resident. The realization chilled her. The killer wasn't selecting victims at random. They were systematically counting down the entire town. Panicked, Mara grabbed her coat and headed to the mayor's office to warn him. But as she stepped outside, the streets were unnervingly silent. The town square, usually bustling even at night, was empty. That's when she saw it. A figure stood beneath the lamplight, cloaked in black, holding something in their hand. As Mara approached, her breath caught in her throat. It was a ledger, its pages filled with names, every person in Grey Harbour. Her name was circled in red. The Tallyman turned to her, their face obscured by a crude mask. "You're the last one," they said, their voice calm and deliberate. Mara reached for a gun, but before she could draw it, the figure lunged. Pain bloomed in her chest as the knife plunged deep. As her vision faded, she heard the Tallyman whisper, "This town was built on blood. You all looked the other way, profited from the sins of the past. Now the ledger is balanced." When the townspeople found Mara's body the next morning, a single tally was carved into her chest, the final mark. The Tallyman was gone, but Grey Harbour would never forget that its sins had been reckoned.